All right, here we go. And away we go. So I apologize. This is one of the toughest maps to cast, just to like see what's happening here. So it looks like we have Saboteur on the left here. Then we have HG playing as the Vietnamese. Saboteur is playing as the Japanese, which was an interesting pick. You want to be good like on water and also on land on this map. And there's two here from them on their teammates in blue. Kkrieger as the Bengalis. And who is this? So that's red. Where's their fourth? Hold on. I have to find their fourth. Dr. Dolan is here. Okay. So they've kind of separated a little bit. They're not like too tight. And actually the other team is also not too tight, which is really smart. That's something I learned from one of our games, that we want these guys to be like a little spread apart. Do let me know that if there's any issues with the sound that you guys need, okay? All right, so we have some TCs going up. Goldstones playing as the Italians. Their teammates Soup Crackers playing as the Huns. Those are the two like lowest elo players on their team. We have BigDragon playing as the Saracens. And then we have Moris playing as the Ethiopians up north here. So they're kind of just in a straight line on their side. The other team, you have Kkrieger pretty close to Moris. I mean, they're only like 2 wood lines away, essentially. 2 or 3 wood lines away, so they're pretty darn close. Let's see where they're docking. That's always the question. Everyone's just like looking around. They're all getting their fish. So we have a dock from HG. Not everyone is docked on this map, surprisingly. Like some people choose just not to dock, which is interesting. It looks like everyone so far has docked. Everyone so far on Kkrieger's team has docked. Oh, this is white and not a better color. Check one thing out real quick. Give me 1 second. We'll catch up, don't worry. Let's put the Kkrieger up here, and let's put Moris. Huh, I don't know why they're both white. They should both be color, but whatever. I'm going to fast forward a little bit to get caught up. And we're caught up. Let's see, is everyone docked on the north? Looks like they have. Looks like Goldstones might not be docking. Yeah, Goldstones I don't think has docked anywhere. Interestingly, no one has docked the middle. There's a lot of dead bodies on the middle. So maybe that deterred them. But the middle is actually not a bad place to dock if you're going to be fishing, because it's more efficient in the long run. But you do have to kind of leave one villager behind to do that. So the question is, is anyone here going to play Feudal Age? Because lots of times they don't. I do like the Hun pick is actually interesting, because scouting this map is pretty important. So we have the Vietnamese pick from HG on the other's team, and we have the Huns pick on it for Soup Crackers on this team. So that's not bad. That's not bad, because you do get a lot of scouting on the map. It is a pretty big map. It is kind of like, it's a nomad start, so you don't know where the other team's going to be. And this Hunnic horse, well, it's not moving right now, but it should be able to scout other parts of the map that maybe your cows would be a little too slow to get to. And then let's see what the scouting is over here. I really like this from Morris's team. I think the more people have played on this map, the more you realize like you have to separate a little bit. Like if you're too close on this map, it just becomes a problem. It just becomes a problem. You just don't have room to expand. And then on the other side, they're kind of did the same thing. They left more room, which is good because they haven't played a whole lot, Kkrieger's team. I put their average elo 1678 for Moris, 1638 for Kkrieger. The only caveat with that is Goldstones exclusively played on PS5, so they're like a 1500, but only against PS5 players. So I don't think that they've played too many games against non-PS5 players, so their elo's a little inflated. Good boar lore from Moris. Jeez, he came all the way out here to get that boar. And while we're at it, let's put up their eco. And we're getting a very late dock from Goldstones as the Italians. Now, Goldstones, I believe, did not play in their first game. I believe it was a 3v3. 2 fishing ship from Soup Crackers. We have 4 from BigDragon. We have 4 from Moris. And that's about where most players stop, at like 4 or 5. 5 from Dr. Dolan, 4 from Kkrieger, 4 from Saboteur, 3 from HG. And I like this setup, though. Kkrieger and Moris being very close together, and then BigDragon right behind them. And it's an Ethiopians versus Bengalis right next to each other. And they should know, at least Kkrieger's team will know where Moris is here. Moris, let's see if they've found out yet. Not yet. This is what they see. This is what Moris sees right here. So they have really no idea. This Hunnic horse is exploring just kind of like behind the base. I'd rather send that Hunnic horse forward. I guess you want to get the cows and stuff, but I'd rather send the Hunnic horse forward so you could see everything. But I don't know. I want to see some action here. Man, Bengalis are a good pick, though. What's the Bengalis bonuses here? Where are you, Bengalis? Town center spawn 2 villagers when next age. Cav +2 attack for skirms. Elephant units receive 25% less bonus damage and are more resistant to conversion. Monks +3 melee, +3 pierce. Ships regenerate 15 HP per minute. Kind of a perfect unit on this map, honestly, because you can get good elephants, which seem to be very useful and popular on this map for whatever reason in this tournament, and then also the ships regenerating. But let's see who plays water. Who plays water? I think is gonna matter a lot. Man-at-Arms for green. Okay. Saboteur. Saboteur's going over the early militia rush here, and they're going towards Goldstones, who... I don't know if Goldstones is their lowest player or if Goldstones is their second lowest player, but they're definitely one of the more vulnerable players on this map. They're getting a barracks up early, though. But this map's tough to do feudal damage. It really is tough to do any feudal damage. Just missed those cows. Is that the... Oh, the Hunnic horse is going to see this, though. Soup Crackers is going to know about this. And Goldstones just marked it. Goldstones just marked it. The Hunnic horse took a little damage. And these are full-blown man-at-arms here. And then let's just check if anyone's going water on this side. I'm not seeing anyone going for water right now. Not a single person has made a galley or a fire ship. It's just a peaceful full water fishing raid here. Okay, 1 vill down. Oh, that's that no. Oh, there is loom. There is loom, but that's three man-at-arms. Okay, now we have a galley out from BigDragon, or galley being made. Nothing from the southern team, though. The northern team is going water. I don't see anything from the southern team yet. Southern team looks like they just want to go to Castle Age. We have Castle coming in for Kkrieger. That's a really good timing on this map for Castle Age. Really, really good timing. And we do have a fire ship from Soup Crackers. Okay, so I missed that. Denied the stone from goldstones. And I like this move from Saboteur. I think don't waste too much time on goldstones. Try to find another opponent. Supercrackers and goldstones definitely their lowest elo players. Interesting walling from Supercrackers here. I kind of like that. And this is BigDragon on water killing Kkrieger's ships. Kkrieger, meanwhile, has a tower up, which is interesting. There's some scouts on the field for BigDragon as well. Dude, this map is just so hard to see. Even like playing it or spectating it, it's like I think you need like mods to see this map. Like it's just yellow units running across yellow and green. Okay, Moris is going double archery ranges as the Ethiopians. I like their walling. They're kind of in a safe little pocket. Didn't full wall all the way, but has a nice little pocket. And we have a castle. We have a castle drop coming in from Kkrieger here. I love this. Hang on, I want to see what the vision is. So this is what Red sees. So Moris cannot see this castle going up. And it looks like there's one man-at-arms left. They went a little bit too close to the town center. Water. It looks like everyone's kind of just ready to give up water. I don't think anyone's fighting too hard for water right here. Which is, on this map, is in my opinion, is the right move. If you fight too hard for water on this map, you just end up using way too much resources, way too much time. You get too far behind. And a town center right behind this. Yeah, 20 minutes for a castle drop on this map is insane timing, by the way. And Ratha are coming out. We got the big Ratha. Still some fighting on the water. It looks like the northern team is going to win the water handily. Again, not super important here, in my opinion, but it looks like they're going to win it. You know, in theory, you can make cannon galleons. In theory, you know, like later in the game, in theory, you can add fish. But it doesn't really seem to be a big issue. And these Ratha are going to do some work here. There is a tower up. Ratha can go into melee mode too. 2+1 armor, 3+1 armor, and 5+1 attack. And we have some Cav archers coming in. Cav archers coming in from Saboteur. Yeah, Kkrieger's team is, they came to play. They came to play. They are definitely putting the pressure on. There's going to be a lot of kills here. But the skirmishers are ready to go from Goldstone. Goldstone preemptively making skirmishers. They didn't even see these Cav archers, I don't think. Let's see what's going on with the red and blue over here. I think this is the fight that's going to win or lose the game. These are the two captains next to each other. Five Ratha versus, what is this? 9 man-at-arms? 9 crossbows. And the crossbow have full upgrades on them too. The Ratha are now in melee mode. I mean, getting rid of that market could be pretty useful. And we do have a siege coming out behind this too. Now, BigDragon has camels here. They had scouts earlier. They have camels now. They are raiding with some scouts over here. They're getting some damage. Let me see if I can look at the damage done. So the KD is right here. Yeah, BigDragon has 20 kills. I think These scouts have six of them. So these scouts have been raiding, getting some kills. I think on water they killed some fishing ships. These have 9 kills, yeah. So these galleys have done the rest. Yeah, so Northern team definitely won water. Goldstone's going 3 TCs over here. I love it. You love to see it. Dude, Goldstones came to play. Now, something to look for in this tournament, not to be that guy. I can turn, like, volumes up if you need me to. Sorry. I changed my microphone. My other microphone was being noisy, so my levels might be a little off. But it should be pretty high, though. It shouldn't be low. Goldstone came to play, man. To make that many skirmishers and to have 3 TCs, I like that. I like that a lot. And so, I mean, what have these Ratha really done so far? They've taken out this market, and I think that's about it. You know, I mean, they have 10 kills on them, so they've definitely killed some archers, but I don't think that they've gotten to the too much of the economy. What up, White Widow? Bloodline's coming in for purple. Only 2 TCs from Dr. Dolan. And only 2 TCs from Kkrieger, but Krieger's been putting on the pressure here. And we have some siege elephants coming out for Kkrieger with the Ratha to back it up. There's only 2 siege elephants. Is that enough? Is that enough to do the damage you need to do? Defensive castle going up for green on the other side. Saboteur. And we have 3 camels coming here to help. I don't know if 3 camels are going to be enough, though. And where did the archers go? Okay, the archers are up here. Yeah, 3 camels is just not going to be enough. Oh, there's the rest of the camels. Okay, camels are coming in. 10 camels in. Is this TC going to go down? I think the TC is going to go down. We're going to lose the TC. Yeah, the TC's down. I'll try to adjust some of my audio settings for you guys, but hang tight. So, and 1 TC down, but pretty good hold, I would say, overall. There's a lot. It's actually a lot more vulnerable on this far side here. I'm not sure if Kkrieger has gone up in that direction yet. They are getting on stone here. What I'm going to imagine is just going to be a line of castles moving forward from Kkrieger. A lot more fish being added by Supercrackers. Supercracker's going to have a nice little boom here. You can see 64 vills for Supercrackers. We have 70 for HG back here. So HG's got a nice little boom going. And we have another raid back here. Cav Archer's going to go down. Supercracker's making some knights. Only the armor upgrade on the knights so far. We're at 32 minutes into the game now. I mean, as far as booms go, like a lot of them have a lot of town centers up, but you know, 72 vills, 70 vills, 67. Other teams about the same. Scorpions for Supercrackers here. So the southern team, what they did is they put their best 2 players on the outside, right? And then the other team, they have their best 2 players next to each other. I mean, this is a really good composition from BigDragon. I mean, from Kkrieger here. Like a really good composition. And purple and orange working together. And just samurai, it looks like. I don't know if samurai are going to be good enough to take this fight, though, by themselves. I'm not sure. Are these samurai fighting? What are they doing? There they go. They weren't like swinging their axes, their swords. Yeah, that's a terrible fight for green. Dude, Kkrieger is balling right now. Monks to convert. Siege elephants. Beautiful monastery. Couple conversions there. Monks are going down. Monks got sniped by some light cav. Overall, pretty good hold. I think Kkrieger's going to need some help here. I think Dr. Dolan is sending in one of these knights here. Dr. Dolan's got Cavalier, and is that a Coustilier? Coustilier. But I think Green's going to lose. Green's going to get pushed back from here pretty quickly. No castle. They're still at 75 vills, so they have a lot of villagers, but they're going to get picked off, a lot of them. Yeah, so orange and purple are pushing pretty hard over here. Well, right now it's just kind of Kkrieger by himself. Not sure where his army went. Are they in the castle? Yeah, Kkrieger is holding this, but I don't think it's going to hold for very long. I think the northern team is taking over. I'm trying to make my mic a little louder for you guys. I don't know if that helps or not, but I tried. What were the bands? Someone in chat, maybe Ghost, you can put them in there. They did announce them before the game started. Redemption coming in for Kkrieger. Kkrieger's holding that front pretty well. Had a little push going. Where is the army? A couple of Coustiliers. Some knights here. But Kkrieger's kind of just by himself. Kkrieger hasn't really had a lot of help from his team on his side. And Green's getting pushed back here. We got some raids coming in from the northern team as well, from Moris's team. Okay, Ghost, thanks. Yeah, pretty good raids coming in from the left side. I mean, Green is getting this town center up, but right in the middle of a raid. It looks like HG is helping out, though, with some knights. So HG can hopefully kind of hold that for his teammate there, for Saboteur. But over here, I'm worried about. I mean, Dr. Dolan has this army, but they gotta get involved, and I don't know if that's what you want, you know, against camels and arbalests, and then the bombards are rolling in from Moris. And much better boom. 108 vills, 107 vills for the northern team. Morris's team is definitely in control of this game right now. I think unless... Yeah, I mean, Dr. Dolan with 72 vills. They've had all the time in the world to boom over here, but they only had 2 TCs was the issue. They didn't really commit to a boom. They didn't really commit to adding military. Looks like the raid on this side has been kind of stopped a little bit though. HG playing as Vietnamese and making knights too is not usually what you see, not usually what you want. Cavalier coming in for purple too. That's going to get real strong real fast. Paladin coming in for Dr. Dolan. Dr. Dolan, you maniac. And Kkrieger lost their forward position a little bit. They're getting pushed back into their economy. They still have a tower here. I mean, a castle here. Dr. Dolan still has some units. But Dr. Dolan's not really controlling these units super, super well. That's a bad fight for Dolan. Dolan got involved here, but a little bit too late. Check the other side. And a little sneaky side castle here from Orange. And just skirmishers from Green here. And Trebs coming out. Yeah, I mean, Kkrieger's getting pushed back, annihilated. 57 vills left for Kkrieger. 0 military. Kkrieger's done. This is going to be a GG call pretty soon, I think. Kkrieger's done. Saboteur is holding on pretty well over here with the help of HG. But they did get pushed into their economy. And you know, as Japanese, you don't really want to see a lot of skirmishers. That's not really the comp you want to go into, for sure. Kkrieger's not giving up, though. Kkrieger's actually going to build a town center in the back. You know, this is their very first game that they played. Moris's team has played a whole set already. And you have 190 military in the north to 75 in the south. And I mean, there you go. You got some archers here, some crossbow. But these have to be arbalest pretty soon if you want to have a chance. And these bomber cannons are just devastating. They're just destroying everything. Kkrieger down to 36 vills. On the left side, Goldstone's playing pretty well. Goldstone's really, you know, really showing a good performance here. Making all the right moves. I love their early... They had the skirmishers and 3 TCs. And pretty amazing that they like made skirmishers before they saw anything. Like they just anticipated the cav archers, I think. Now, if knights showed up, it would have been a problem, but cav archers showed up, so... And yeah, I mean, this game's over at this point. Green and teal are doing a pretty good job holding, but they're getting kind of slowly pushed away. You know, we have purple paladin here from Soup Crackers. And yeah, once he's paladin, I mean, his paladin can just go kill everything. Like, nothing's going to stop those Paladins on this side. Nothing. So, I mean, this game's kind of foregone, right? What I really liked about what the Northern team did is they spread out their town centers, right? Like, there was one town center here, like here on the left. There was one kind of more in the middle, another one just to the right of the middle, and then one on the edge over here. They also bunched up their best 2 players, which maybe is good, maybe is bad, I don't know, but it worked out because Kkrieger put their first town center next to Moris, pretty close to Moris, and then Moris and BigDragon could just kind of double team Kkrieger. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think that Kkrieger's team practiced a whole lot based on what I saw here. In this map, some people think it's like impossible to wall, but it's not. It's actually pretty wallable. And also, the Northern team won fish. Again, I don't think fish is that important on this map. Yeah, Sammy Diamonds. So I think I had a great strategy for Graupel. My team, we didn't practice it nearly enough. And when it came to the game, we screwed it up. And it was just about starting positions, right? I think, and that's the GG. I think that like what this Northern team did was just, the same way Lombardia, you start with like, 1, 2, 3, 4, just in a row. That's what they did. They just did it like by themselves. So many people play Graupel as if it's like regular Nomad, right? Where you're just like, oh, put your town center down as fast as possible. It's like you have to get better position on Graupel, especially in a 4v4. Like you can't have bad position, I really have learned to like this map a lot, though. Like I've really learned to like it. Let's check out some statistics while these guys are going to get into the next lobby here. So it looks like, here, let's put the game in. Morris's team, 1-0 right now. Solid for them. Yeah, Moris, really good job. Soup Crackers, really good job. BigDragon, really good job. Goldstones has a negative KD, and I think that's actually perfectly fine because they were pushing and they were playing defensively early. Like they were playing very, very well. Very, very well, in my opinion. I think they had a negative KD because they were just on the edge and they had to just defend a lot. Yeah, I really like Graupel. I think Graupel's a really fun map. Like, at first, I kind of hated it like everyone else did. But after you play it a few times, you're like, okay, I can understand, what needs to be done here. Yeah, thanks, Sammy. I'll send you an invite whenever we get on. It's not going to start till January 8th, so we got a little time to kind of prep it and everything. But I have all the rules made and, the plan, and some players already have confirmed that they're in, so it could be kind of fun. All right. So we'll start with the Southern team here, the Moris team. We have Moris playing as the Jurchens. Jurchens on the flank. Could we see Rams Fire Lancers? I don't know. It's possible. We have BigDragon playing as the Turks in the yellow here. Turks on Arena. Are we going to see a fast imp Turk? Very possible. Goldstone playing as the Franks in the other pocket. And then Soup Crackers playing as the Chinese. Oh, man, I got to watch this Chinese star. I love the Chinese star. Let's see. What's the idle TC for Soup Crackers? 29 seconds. Dude, that's really good. I don't know what the minimum you can do is, but I think that's pretty good. Okay. On the other team, we have Kkrieger playing as the Italians. Italians, a tough civ to play against. Imho. We have Dr. Dolan playing as the Lithuanians. Another good arena civ. Another nice arena civ because of the relic bonus on the latest. And we have D-Saboteur playing as the Slavs. And my biggest pet peeve. I can't stand watching this. I don't like seeing 3 on one side. 2 on one side, 1 on the other side, guys. Come on. I don't care what your elo is. You're not better than me if you do that. Sorry, I got triggered. And then we have HG212 playing as the Ethiopians. Ethiopian Slavs, Italians, and Lithuanians. Okay. And then Jurchens, Turks, Chinese, and Franks. I'm really curious what's going to happen from the Southern team here. because they have a lot of civs that can go very fast on this. So I think the betting or whatever this is on the game who will win game 2 is still available, so you can predict it. We have a 300 points versus 10 points, so let's see what happens. Let's check out our Chinese player over here. 5 on wood, okay. Very interesting. Did push some hunt in. This is hunt, so this is going to be like separate the wheat from the chaff a little bit here, because you have to push this in. Like goldstones, is he going to push in any of these deer? Where's his scout right now? His scout's on the other side of the map scouting, so it doesn't look like goldstones is going to push his deer, which does, you know, push you back a little bit. He is Frank, so he does get the berry bonus. So that is nice, but not pushing in deer, not elite in my opinion. Over here we have some deer pushing in for BigDragon and Moris. I don't see any deer over here, so I think Moris already pushed his deer in. House on the wall, classic high elo play on arena. Listen, I don't do it. I'm not high elo, but all the high elo guys, they do their houses on the walls. All right. Classic early arena. How many on wood here? So 5 on wood. So all right, if you're not familiar with it, so the Jurchens, they get really good bonuses. Okay. The main thing is their fire lancers attack 25% faster, and they get siege engineers in Castle Age, and their upgrades for their siege and fortifications are cheaper and faster to get, right? So they can do early siege and fire lancers very, very, very well. Like very well. They have great rocket carts. They can do I can't speak, rams, right? So sometimes you'll see people do rams and fire lancers early with the Jurchens. I don't know if we're going to see it. They have other bonuses. They're good civ otherwise, but oftentimes you can see that. Now with the Turks, what you'll see often is a fast imp, and they'll go ahead and they'll make hand cannoneers and bomber cannons, right? Now when they do that, typically what they do is they send some vills into the flanks base, and they build their siege workshop and their archery ranges in their flanks base. So if you're playing the Turks, you got to be aware of that, playing against them. But to do that, you have to make more villagers, and you have to do exactly what he's doing, which is farm early. So let's see what happens. They also get, so it's easier to do now because they used to get 20% extra gold. Now they get 25% extra gold. Gold miners work 25% faster, so something to look at. We have a blacksmith in a market coming up for HG. Looks like the same going to be going up for Saboteur. Blacksmith in a stable for Dr. Dolan. So they want to do that because they probably want to get the relics out there. Blacksmith market for Kkrieger. Blacksmith market for soup crackers. Interesting to put the farms out here. I guess they just didn't want to waste time sending their villas back over here. And scouts having fun with each other. Running around. These foxes that give you gold are like underutilized. Like, I think that there's builds where you don't even need to get your own gold in your base. Just go out, send a couple of villas out there, and get the free gold from the foxes. Like, I don't know if it's better, you know, like more efficient, but is he? I thought he was. Is he pushing? No, he's not pushing this. He's just there. He's just there, and the foxes are there. I don't know if you can push foxes all the way to your base, but it looks like maybe, because this fox is like running away every time the scouts are around. All right, I got to see what our Turkish player... Oh, no, he's doing it too. 4 villagers on one side of the lumber camp. The reason that bothers me is because it's early game arena. Like, there's not a whole lot to pay attention to, you know? Although it looks like he's going to be challenging some relics, it looks like. So I don't think we're going to see the fastest imp. I mean, 26 vills. Usually if you're going fast imp, you probably want to go like 28 vills, maybe 29. I don't think we're going to see it. And from our Jurchen player, I don't think we're going to see the Rams either. Well, this is sad. This is just a sad day. I want to see very aggressive castle play. I do like, this is HG over here, kind of paying attention. They are ready for the castle drop. They're getting double teamed over here, though. Saboteur going for the 3 TCs. Second TC for HG. Defensive castle from Kkrieger playing as the Italians. So I'm guessing they're going to be making their Genoese crossbow, be my guess. And the scouts got in. Usually scouts don't chase into the TC, but into the base, but it did happen. And oh, that's 60 wood. You're not getting back. And that's 1 scout down. The other scout's just kind of there. That's where you just hide that scout in the back until you upgrade to a hussar at the end of the game, and then go and kill like 5 villagers without getting noticed. That's the move, Imho. All right, what am I missing here? Knights on the field for Dolan here. Dolan is not going to TCs. Dolan wants this. Kkrieger wants this. Dolan and Kkrieger are planning a little strat here. But BigDragon is out there with some scouts. And where are these petards going? Who are they going to petard? And scouts are going to die to those knights. Where are these petards going, though? Petards. Let's see it, baby. All right, looks like the petards are headed for Soup Cracker's base. Soup Cracker's just adding their second TC now. They're making siege towers. And they have Fire Lancers. So they're going Siege Tower Fire Lancer, which is really pretty cool strat. Chinese, I think they have a Fire Lancer bonus too. Fire Lancers move 10%, 5 and 10% faster. So they... Okay. Where did the petards go? Where are the petards going? So I thought they were going to go for Soup Crackers, but they're not. All right, so we got a lot going on here. Fire Lancers are in to Kkrieger's economy. Now, they can't get out. Once they're in, they're in. There's a castle here, so he sees the castle. There's knights coming back to help. But that means that these petards are out here by themselves. They're kind of not getting the damage that we want to see. Siege Workshop and another town center going up. So I don't know how much damage these Fire Lancers are going to be able to get. They have to get through this house, and there's going to be 2 town centers that they have to get through. 3 town centers and a castle. Like, there's no... You can see how much these overlap. Rocket cart for red. The scout is still in here, causing some chaos. All right, now what's happening here? Great! Wait, whoa, 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 guys. Do you see this? That's a Grenadier. So I thought we were going to see Fire Lancers, Rams. We were seeing Grenadier rocket carts. All right, the petards came in, and Dr. Dolan is here. Dr. Dolan is here with the knights. Dr. Dolan is got one villager kill with those knights. All right, let's see what else. They're going against a fairly undefended player in Goldstones here. Goldstones has no military production buildings, doesn't have a barracks, definitely doesn't have a stable. And what's the armor on these knights? They're only +1 armor, so you probably don't want to stay under the town center with them. +2 armor, you can be under the town center a little bit more, but +1, you're going to take a lot of damage. These knights can go down. Probably not going to get the value you need. But then again, these knights have 21 kills. I don't know how many of those are villagers, but that's a lot of kills. Three of those villagers have died. And some Fire Lancers had to come in from the Chinese player. Now, these Fire Lancers are still in here. And they'll get cleaned up. They're going to get cleaned up. A relic coming back for red. This isn't it. The Grenadiers are interesting. I don't know if he was just doing that for defensive purposes. Like, Grenadiers are really strong units. But to make them preemptively for defense is kind of unique. And these knights are still here. We have BigDragon coming over with camels and monks trying to take care of these for his teammate. There's a re-wall here, so these knights can't get out. I mean, just keep the monks coming, just convert them all. So it's an interesting, like, semi-aggressive arena game with not a single castle drop, which is, like, unusual. Usually you see aggression with castle drops. And these knights are going to get cleared out, finally. All right, all is well. There are more knights showing up, but they can't get any damage. Now, let's see, how's the boom going? BigDragon, 66 vills. Moris with 80. Moris sitting at 82 vills. Only 3 town centers, but they've been pumping. They've been pumping. And 90 vills over here for Saboteur, playing as the Slavs. What is detonance? What does detonance do? Let's look that up, shall we? Detonance replaces 40% of castle and watchtower line stone cost with additional wood cost. Okay. Get some cheap castles out there. Fire Lancer rocket carts. Man, I love Fire Lancer rocket carts. I just love rocket carts. Rocket carts are just an awesome unit. Great addition to the game, Imho. But now the knights are in here. Can this castle get up in time? I don't know. Yellow's coming to help. BigDragon's coming to help this mess. All right, the castle's going to go up. The knights are going to run away. So Dolan had a lot of knights. They did some damage, but they're sitting at 58 vills versus... Yeah, the other team, 66, 61, 81, 93. Saboteur has a nice boom going. Sitting at 100 vils. HG sitting at 100 vils. HG's got the boom going on over here. Does anyone boom like HG? Apparently not. Got the houses up. I mean, they got everything they need right there. And Dolan... I'm worried about Dolan's economy here. Because 2 TCs... These knights out here that are just not getting the value that you need. Archery ranges. Are we going to see more Grenadiers? Bombard cannon and Grenadiers. And rocket carts. That's going to be what Moris is doing. I love this. I want to see more of it. I hope this goes well. I hope this goes well for Moris here. And the bombers are going in, and they're going after HG. And what's HG going to make to deal with this? Grenadiers... All right, what's the range on your Grenadier? 6? So you have to go like Mangonels have a 7 range, so it's not like you're outranging them that much. Right? I'm thinking you want to go archers against Grenadiers. It would be the ideal. They only have, 1+2 pierce armor, so it's not like a crazy amount of pierce armor. What's their bonus? They got any bonus? And Saboteur coming over here with the Boyars. And he's just trying to snipe these bomber cannons, but I think he's going to be able to get. And this castle, it's a really good castle, but it needed to go up a little bit earlier, I think. And let's see how the Grenadiers do against this. So fun fact about the Jurchens, right, is they take 50% less friendly fire because of these Grenadiers. Ooh, and the Scorpions are actually the answer to Grenadiers. I don't think Grenadiers can do anything against Scorpions. Although they're melting. This castle is denied. If this castle was up just a little bit sooner. This is really. I don't want to leave this fight. I want to see what happens here. I want to see if this castle goes up. All right, the castle came up, so that's huge. That's actually really, really good. We do have kind of a forward-ish castle over here from blue. Now, what's our Chinese player going to do? Is it just Fire Lancers? They made some pikes. They just made some pikes. That's all. That's what they got. Rocket cart and some pikes. I think this is where the action is. BigDragon and Moris seem like they're trying to just double team everyone. They're trying to play together. But Kkrieger and Saboteur have a really nice boom going on. HG has a good boom going on, but they're going to need some units here. And they have Arbalests. Arbalests, I think, will do really well against the Grenadiers, and they'll do really well against the Camels. Arbalests are definitely the right unit to make here. So good on HG for knowing that and going for it. How many relics does Dolan have? I think I can see it here. I can go to his. He's got the same as BigDragon. I can tell you that much. About the same. He has 3 relics. Elite Boyar out here, huh? Man, look at these Grenadiers going at it, man. You never see Grenadiers. And these Boyar are gonna get cooked. They're getting cooked. The Grenadiers running away. Don't love that. Stay in the fight, bro. Yeah, these Boyar. That's really expensive. The Boyars are not cheap, I don't think. And these are elite Boyars too. They just got absolutely wrecked by these Camels. And then over here, we got a big fight going on. Big fight. Genoese crossbow. Genoese crossbow are gonna just destroy everything over here. If they have the numbers. Green's with them too. Yeah, I mean, orange is in trouble over here. Orange is in big trouble over here. Purple has to go help. And he's getting Cavalier and he's making Knights. But you don't want to make Knights against Genoese Crossbow. This is why Italians are so scary. Genoese Crossbow just absolutely rip up. They just absolutely destroy cavalry. And they do pretty well against everything else. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that really beats them well is going to be skirmishers, right? This side is going well for Team Moris, but they're gonna lose orange in a second. Like, orange has no chance of fighting this off, and I don't think purple has a good way of helping. Like, purple has 6 Cavalier right now. And I mean, red and yellow can definitely win this here, but I think it's going to take a while. I don't think it's going to be a quick win. But let's see. Okay, Arbalest versus Grenadiers. Yeah, Arbalest are gonna win that. They have the range. You know, if you get even numbers with it, but man, these Grenadiers are strong though. What's the range on these? It's still only 7. It just looks like it's farther. I wonder if the explosions go a little farther. Like, it'll hit at 7, but it'll go from, like, you know, 5 to 9 or 6 to 9 or something. Because like a range on the explosions. Because they do splash damage, right? And Condotieros are pretty darn good. Got the condos out. Yeah, condos, they should wreck them, right? Nah, I don't think so, man. I don't think anything wrecks these Grenadiers. Like, if you have numbers on Grenadiers, they're pretty darn good. But the condos have the speed to get to them, though. That's the thing. And with the Grenadiers, you really don't want too much of a meat shield because they just kind of take them over. Yeah, orange is done here, right? Orange is 24 vills. They did run some. I'm actually not sure if they actually got any out. No, I think that their villagers are basically just around their town centers. Does Saboteur have his imp tech? Let me see. He's getting it now. Druzina. He's getting it now. Infantry deals trample damage. Alright, so green is just clearing out the rest of orange's base over here. Getting a castle up there. Not going to let them get back in the game. And then they can go ahead and focus on the next push. Or they can help their teammate out over here. Yeah, red has kind of diverted their attention to go towards Saboteur over here. And yeah, the condos are coming in. And red has switched to elite step lancers. Grenadiers were good early. They might not be good late. And some pretty good fights for Team Kkrieger here. And some pretty good fights for Team Moris here too. I mean, just good fights. It's just good fights. And now we have green is going to be pushing into Goldstone's base over here. And Goldstone making light cav. Don't love that. Yeah, Goldstone just sending light cav into the fray over here against Cavalier and elite Genoese crossbow that have a +7 bonus against cavalry. So, I mean, they're just going to get wrecked over there. And this push here hasn't really gone anywhere. At this point, Saboteur has come over, Morley Boyar, and they called it. Kkrieger with the Game 2 victory, baby. Who picked Kkrieger? Besides me. Like, look, I don't know what who made the room means. Like, who hosted the game? Or does that mean something else? All right. 1-1. We got ourselves a Game 3 here. Honestly, I'm going to give credit to HG. Because HG held their flank while their better players were able to boom. Like, I want to see HG here. HG, 70 kills to 111 losses. And lost 16 buildings to 5. But they held, you know? Like, that was the important thing, is they actually held. Match, and we just played skirmish. We got to, like, top 30 in, like, the first, like, 8 hours or something. We just, like, grinded it for, like, 7-8 hours. And it felt amazing. I was like, oh, my God. We're gods. All right, so they've, like, swapped sides, essentially. But we have Moris, BigDragon, Soup Crackers, and Goldstone. So they're basically the same. I think who they're across from might be different. I'm not really sure. Actually, it might be the same. But either way, this is the new game here, so we're gonna start from scratch. Now I think this restart gives the advantage to the team that was losing, because the team that was losing can make changes and say that they can go ahead and, like, okay, we know what they're going to do, so let's be ready for it, right? Whereas the team that was winning is probably thinking, what we did just worked, let's just do the same thing. So I think the defender always kind of has the advantage in the restart here. All right, so I guess we are ready. I want to change one little thing. Does this... Okay. I don't know. I can, in OBS, which is what I use to stream, you can change from display capture or game capture, and I think that they look exactly the same. Like, I don't think there's any difference. Some deer pushing from Moris. Dude, Moris was playing out of his mind last game. Those 3 scouts that were still alive at the end were just, like, crazy. Oh, my bad, Chief Boy. I forgot. Let's go ahead. Start the prediction. It's gonna be the same prediction, right? Who will win Game 3? It's gonna be Moris or Kkrieger. I'm gonna do it 5 minutes. All right. I don't think anything's going to change in the next 5 minutes. What was... On Halo 2, what was there... It wasn't... It was just, like, points. Like... I don't remember what it was called. But, yeah, man, I freaking... Halo 2 was peak Halo for me. Some people are like, oh, Halo 3 was better. Dude, dual wielding is crap, man. It's just crap. I'm sorry. It did nothing for me. But so I had like four buddies that I used to play with, and we just would, like, strategize and just say, okay, like, you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this, and we would only play skirmish, like all the objective maps, And man, that was fun. Like we had some strategies. It's like playing AoE. We had some strategies that like, you know, we would basically like capture the flag. We would have all 4 of us do one thing, and in 20 seconds we would capture their flag. And like usually you're grinding it out back and forth, getting 100 kills. Everyone's like, I'm getting so many kills. I'm such a good sniper. Look at me. And it's like, dude, it's capture the flag. It's not about kills. I don't think that they had elo on Halo 2. I think that they had just like ranking. Like you were 1, you were 2, you were 3. You know, it was just like your top. Then they had like, you know, maybe how many wins you had and things like that. But I don't think that they had like an elo system. All right, we are back in this game. I think that Kkrieger's team is... Well, I was going to say I think that they're going to wall a little bit more aggressively, but I don't see them doing that yet too much. I don't think Kkrieger's team had put a lot of effort into practicing. Personally, I think that they're kind of just winging it a little bit. Terrible wood line to wall though. Look at this. So you have to just wall straight back here. This isn't terrible actually. Like you can connect here, one little wall there, and then just straight across. But definitely was better last game for them. Easier to wall. Wait. Did Moris click up at 14 villagers? What? Okay. All right. I don't think I've ever seen that before. When I first started playing, I used to click up at 12 villagers because I didn't know any better. I thought that was like the right amount to click up on. 14 villagers. All right. What's he going to do with it, though? What's the idle time? Let's look at the idle. I think I had it already up, but let's look it up. Idle TC for Moris is 30 seconds. Everyone has a decent amount of idle TC. Like the lowest is Kkrieger with 14. And good walling from Kkrieger. They really need to have like better walling than they did last game. Last game their walls were way too slow. And he's got the stable up, but he can't actually afford... Let's look at his res here. So Moris has 95 food, and he's getting double bit X. I feel like at 14 villagers, you skip double bit X. And now he's making scouts. So I don't think that uptime really gave him any advantage at all. He didn't make anything. I mean, he's got 2 scouts with a 3rd on the way. And Kkrieger is ready with this defensive spearman and the defensive donjon. And they're still not really wall, but this scout's gonna go. Dude, this is a way worse start for Moris. Didn't even chop this tree here to build the better placed farm. I mean, it's just a sad day in Moris land over here. Another scout dead over here. Oh man, dude, Moris needs to fix their internet. If they lose this game, it's Moris's internet's fault. Such better walling. These guys are so much better prepared. I mean, after a restart like that, you just talk about like, okay, guys, we need to do this. They still need to figure this wall out though. Need one here, at least. Yeah, Moris losing 2 scouts after the 14 Ville uptime. Now red and yellow trying to get in here. Red and yellow trying to get in here. We have a lot of walls coming up. Stone walls, finally. I don't actually love this. Oh, but they got in, though. Oh, man. That's tough because you have, like, this weird angle with the houses. You have to build 2 houses. And these villagers are just ripe for the taking. At least, do they have... No loom! Dolan doesn't have loom! Oh, my God. Dolan with no loom villagers on the front lines there. Oh, man. That's sad. That is just sad. And he still has to finish this wall. He's got to send some vills to finish the wall. Kkrieger's coming over with his army. His walls aren't finished yet. And these are HG's vills. At least they have loom, but 2, 3 vill kills there. Oh, man. They had so much time to prep for this. All right, they're going to get the walls up. But, I mean, remember Moris's... Oh, another kill. 5 kills for these 3 scouts here. And they're all villagers. I remember those 4 scouts in his base forever. I mean, these are MVP scouts right here. Yeah, just fight them back. Just kill one. Oh my good dude. Someone check Moris for PEDs, man. I was playing Fortnite with my buddy who's sick, and he was playing out of his mind yesterday. He had 30. We would do best of 20s, right? Like round of 20, and he had 33 and 34 kills in 2 games. And we were like, usually you have like, 15, like 20 is a lot. He had 33 and 34. I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? And he was like, oh, I'm all up on Sudafed. The guy's taking speed, man. We gotta check Moris for some Sudafed. There's not that much hunt. There's 2 boars, and there's normal 8 sheep or whatever, and then there's like 3 or 4 maybe deer. I mean, you can see him here. Like, this deer's dead. There's one here. I don't know if there's others. I'm sure someone didn't take them. We could probably find them, but there's not like an excessive amount of hunt. Another TC going up for HG over here. Dude, these scouts are never gonna die. Like, I feel like Moris has 1 person controlling his military, 1 person controlling his base. I mean, to be fair, he does have a minute 40 of idle TC. Dr. Dolan with 6 minutes of idle TC. Okay. Might want to work on that. And Moris is going to Castle. He's like, I don't think we need to look at anyone else but Moris this game. I feel like Moris is the only player that matters. Although Soup Crackers with the 3 TC Goth Boom going on in the back, I do like that for them. Like, these scouts will never die. Okay, they gotta die now, right? Dude, no. That is impossible. What he just did is absolutely impossible. 1 HP. Someone else take over the cast. I'm done. I can't watch it after that. That was insane. And then the Cav Archer's coming out of 3 archery ranges. Moris, I hear, is Mora's brother. That's what they say. The better Mora. Is this another TC? Another TC. So if you look up on the top here, Dr. Dolan has 8 villagers. And he's building a second TC with 8 villagers. Now remember, you can't sling resources in this. You're not allowed to sling resources in this until Imperial Age, and no one's in Imperial Age. So the second TC with currently 9 villagers is an interesting choice. These are never going to die. I know they're going to survive. 0 chance they die. 0, yeah, 0. Of course they're alive. Pikemen. Dungeons, town centers, like nothing can kill. No. All right. Yep, just let him die now. Let him die now. He doesn't care about those. You know why? Because look at this. He wanted to move on to the next unit. And this base, it's pretty well secured though for cav archers. Knights coming out. I like Kkrieger going knights. Kkrieger was just doing like he was just using what is it, sergeants last time. There's some marking going on over here, so it looks like we have cav archers from D-Saboteur. I've been so focused on Moris, I don't really know what anyone else has been doing. 4 town centers from Soup Crackers, though, man. We have a 3rd town center going up. I mean, behind all this, like, Moris's economy is not great. You know, he's got the least amount of vills. I mean, besides Dr. Dolan, obviously. But his aggression is just super high. Hang on, I'm gonna do something real quick. All right, Peter Utensil, I allowed your message. But watch the vulgarity, okay? This is a family chat. I mean, there's really not much to watch besides Moris. Like he's the one. Everyone else is kind of back boom. We do have a like this cav archer raid, but I mean, that's gonna get cleared up by the Shirvamshas. Fun word to say. Now these cav archers only have 1 kill, so they've been inside a little bit, but they haven't really done a ton of damage. All right, Dr. Dolan up to 15 villagers out of the 2 TCs. How many farms? 8 farms. So you need to see, 6 farms for each villager. Can you see total team res collected? I don't think you can. Like maybe in like the settings you can, like in the stats. But no, not that I can see. If I go to the stats, you can, but I don't want to go to the stats. I can see it up here, like each individual, so you can take a look at that for a sec. Dude, I mean, now yellow's coming in with the Shirvamshas. So it looks like basically the Goths and the Portuguese are just sitting back booming, while these two, mostly been Moris, but now the Shirvamshas and the Camels are coming in. And I don't know if they have the defense. I mean, I feel bad for Dr. Dolan cannot afford to lose 1 more villager. He's at 19. There might be a way to see it, but I don't see like total. Like you can see it in the stats. Like I could go into the statistics page and you could see it, but I don't want to leave the view here. And that's great damage from BigDragon. And there's some knights here. Not really able to do a whole lot right there yet. And I mean, BigDragon has a nice little boom behind this too. No one's really got a good boom on the northern team here. Saboteur has something decent going on. Gotta get this castle up. And just cav archers. And dude, Moris is just sending in more and more of these cav archers. They gotta fix some of these holes. I think they can't though. I think that like every time they try to, he's just there. And now we have pikes coming in from orange as well. Yeah, I mean it's a lot of pressure. I feel like this game is already out of hand. The southern team is up 322 vils to 232 vils. Like I feel like this is out of hand already. Defensive castles will be nice, but at some point you're gonna have to push, and there's just no boom from the northern team. They don't have the eco. Yeah, blue's trying to come in here, but at this point, goldstones and soup crackers are like they're making army now, right? Like they have the economy, and they just need to get their production buildings ready and make some army. And red and yellow have already done so much damage. I want to see this crash and not be able to restore, and then Kkrieger's team just demands that they keep playing. That's what I want to see. Man, 111 vils for soup crackers. Dude, some of these like lower elo guys are so good at booming. Like some of these low elo guys are just like they boom like I've never seen anyone. And it's like as long as they have their better players out there to do the damage, it seems to work, because by the time they hit like that 35-40 minute mark, they have these huge economies and they have all these full upgrades on everything. And I think some of like the higher, like mid to high elo guys, you know, like the 1600s or so, like 14, 15, 1600, like they don't just sit back and boom, so they're not as ready for the end of the game. Like I feel like my team was kind of like that. Like we had our two worst players were pretty good players, like, you know, 15, 1600. But like, we don't just sit back and boom. Like, we're always like, oh, I want to attack, and like, we're not good enough to just know what to do, but we're not bad enough to just boom. Yeah, I mean, it's 120 vil difference from top to bottom right now. And finally, Moris is looking at his base. Like, what's he doing over here? Adding TCs. 96 vils behind all that pressure. And he's going up to imp. And they got forward castles going up. I mean, yeah, this is not going to be long. I wonder what the Kkrieger chat sounds like right now. I bet it's real quiet. I bet you that Kkrieger chat, it doesn't have a whole lot to say. No, another pause. Moris freaking lagged out again. I'm gonna lose my mind. If Kkrieger wants to be nice, they're just gonna call it right now. All right, we gotta see. I gotta see if what they're gonna do here. Oh boy, listen. Sometimes it's how it goes, you know. All right, so we're watching BigDragon's perspective here. So we can't control the camera, we can't do anything. We just have to follow him. But heck yeah, baby. We had a 50-50 vote on who will win, Moris or Kkrieger, but more points on Krieger's team. Let's see. The score right now is, wow, Soup Cracker's #1 score, that boom. Soup Crackers is going in hard. I mean, this game, you know, they were about 100 vils, over 100 vils up. And there's been almost no pressure coming from north to south, all from south to north, so. So I think the issue with the first restore is they were saying that no one had it, like it just wasn't on anyone's console. So the issue wasn't that they didn't know how to restore, it was just that they physically couldn't. They didn't have the file. The file was corrupted somehow, and there was an issue with more restoring it. But I'm happy they got the restore. You want to see a game finish. You know, you don't want to see a game called because of technical issues. You know, you want to see a game played in its full context here. I don't know what they would do in like a real high level tournament if, you know, the money on a lot of money on the line or anything, if they couldn't restore a game. Like, that just seems like a nightmare. Maybe Moris actually has the AI playing for him because, I mean, no one can control an army like that. Like, those scouts would not die. So that probably was the issue, was that it was actually an AI. This is lag. I don't know. I think this is lag from BigDragon. I don't think this is lag from me. Okay, yeah, that's lag from BigDragon's stream. Alright, BigDragon got to Imp. It looks like everyone on the southern team is an Imp, and only Kkrieger is an Imp on the northern team. Saboteur, HG, and Dr. Dolan are not. Are those elite sergeants? I think they might be. And more Shurvamshas from BigDragon coming out. Look at those stables. So many stables. So many siege workshops, too. What's going on with the siege workshops? I don't see him making anything out of the siege workshops, but he has them in the front there. I think those are his. And then the siege rolling out. There we go. From Moris. I'm amazed Soup Crackers has the highest score after all the damage that Moris has been doing. I know the boom is serious, but I'm just surprised. I'm not sure what unit Soup Crackers is making. Soup Crackers was Goths, right? So he's got to be just spamming, spamming Huskarls or spamming something. I think those are Huskarls, right? No, those are sergeants. Sends them Vil forwards for stall. I mean, BigDragon economy is not super, I mean, it has 125 Vils, I guess, but I'm not sure how many units are being made. He's going chakram throwers, actually. I mean, he's using his res. I'll tell you that much. 47 farms and only 90 food. Oh, they called it. Kkrieger called the GG. So we spent a lot more time waiting for that game to restart.
Jeez.
Very good game. Very good game.
At least we got the satisfaction of destroying some stuff. Yeah.
All right, and that's. I definitely would rather them see them finish it than not. Like for real. Guys, everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking in there.
See you guys. Well played.
Good game, boys. Well played.
Good. See you next time.
See ya. Sale, Big. Pues ahí estamos.
So he just stopped his stream. I'm gonna take a look at this in the bracket, which I have here. Just update it real quick. So that's a 2-1. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, good game. So they're gonna move forward. Let me put them where they belong. They're gonna go into. Oh wait. Gotta do it like that. Like that. There we go. So they're gonna go into the next round, which is against BigDragon, which is gonna be a difficult game, I think. I don't think it's gonna be as easy for them as that one. You know, I think that's what's cool about this is we're gonna see just schemes getting better and better. Oh, I want this. Hang on, this and this and this to be that. There we go. You know, the teams are just getting better and better, really. Like for real. Like no cap. Know what I'm saying? I mean, all right. So from them, I'm just thinking about the games. Like Moris and BigDragon played really well together, like super well together. And yeah, I'm gonna do the outcome prediction right now. And then their lower players, just like they were able to boom really well. I was really impressed with goldstones in that first Graupel match. That first Graupel match, he made all the skirmishers and then boomed behind it. Like it was beautiful. And Soup Crackers was doing great. Like they played really well. So choose the outcome. Moris got the victory. All right, prediction is complete. We have some points have been awarded, baby. All right, everyone, for real, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm sure these guys appreciate it too. Appreciate all the support and everything. All right, that's it for me. There's nothing left to say. Everyone, thanks for watching. Let me see if I can maybe raid somebody. Let me see if there's anyone worth raiding out there, just for funs. No one I know. Let me just raid someone random for funs. All right. All right, we're going to give this guy a raid here.
Yeah, you're very welcome to raid me.
But you sent a collab request, so I'm a bit confused. Like, if you wanna play together, we can do that next game. All good? Okay, I see. Now I understand. Maybe. Okay, I was a bit distracted by that. I'm sorry. Got this pop-up from another fellow streamer. So thank you very much for the raid. I'm gonna shout you out real quick. There we go. And I won't AFK. So like I did some things wrong here, right? I'm right now on 24 population. I should be lower population when I click Feudal Age. You can see the enemies and teammates and so on are already getting Feudal Age. So like I'm too slow right now. But we can improv this, okay? Like we can still make this work. Because having slightly later Feudal Age means we have better eco. And as long as we don't get like insta attacked, we should be good. Thank you for the follow, Northeast. And also thank you